Welcome to the latest Tempo Storm Wild Meta Snapshot. The last week of September saw Team 5 deliver the largest wild-focused balance change in years. Before we get into our newest tier list, let's take a look at what these changes entailed. Gadgetzan Auctioneer has been moved to 7 mana, and Tony, King of Piracy, has been banned from the format, killing the Tony Druid archetype. Mech Warper has also been banned from Wild, severely weakening Mech Paladin, Mech Mage, and Mech Rogue. Discard Warlock saw Chamber of Visitus, Tiny Knight of Evil, and Dark Bargain all nerfed. Spirit of the Frog is now 5 mana, effectively killing Frog Shaman, and Shutterwalk Shaman has gone back to the drawing board after both Firemancer Flurgle and Scargill saw their costs increase. Even Warrior couldn't avoid nerfs either. Sanitize, its newest board clear, was raised to 5 mana. Finally, nerfs to 2 wild staples in Cabal Lackey and Shadow Essence have left Secret Mage and Big Priest decimated. In theory, the format should have been blown wide open. The nerfs targeted some of the swingiest and most explosive decks plaguing the format across all ranks. Eliminating these play patterns should have given players more options that otherwise have been held back by all of the decks listed above. This was the patch where Blizzard saved Wild, right? Not exactly. Our meta snapshot paints a very different picture instead. At the top, Questline Druid resides alone in Tier 1. The deck has become a menace on ladder thanks to its newest addition, Yogg-Saron Unleashed. Yogg is now the best card in the entire deck, flipping once unfavored matchups into favored ones. Add the fact that Questline Druid's hardest counter in Mech Paladin was nerfed, and its dominant performance should be a surprise to no one. Tier 2 is also down to only one deck this time around. Miracle Rogue, our sleeper deck from the last meta snapshot, is the second best deck in Wild. Just like in Questline Druid, Yogg-Saron is a star performer here. It synergizes heavily with Miracle Rogue's game plan, where players aim to play as many spells as they can in the early game to cheat out Arcane Giants and play a screenshot-worthy Edwin Van Cleef. If big minions aren't enough to win the game, just slam Yogg and let the old god do the work. Where are the rest of the decks? There aren't many, but they're all Tier 3 and below. Tier 3 is exclusive to decks favored into one of our top 2 performers. Quest Mage, for example, counters Questline Druid. It suffers from a horrible matchup into Miracle Rogue. Priest offerings in Tier 3 face a similar fate. Both Reno Priest and Aggro Shadow Priest hold their own against Miracle Rogue, but struggle into Questline Druid. As for Tier 4, you'll be lucky if you can take more than a handful of games off of the top dogs. A format dedicated by 2 decks isn't what we had hoped for after so many nerfs, but it's where we stand now. Players will have to choose whether they want to build their deck to handle a Druid's attacks every turn, or a Giant Edwin capable of killing opponents in one hit. If someone discovers a way to manage both strategies, we may see the format blown wide open. Looking for inspiration on how you might be able to counter the meta? Our full meta report at tempostorm.com offers a comprehensive analysis to point you in the right direction. We provide a full breakdown of the current state of Wild to give you an edge in all of your games. As always, thank you for watching.